And then we go from no comment to big comment. So the All-Ireland Club final that Fossa won by 19 points to 113. And Paudie Fitzgerald or Paudie Clifford, whatever you want to call it. But do you know what it reminded me of? Like, so he'd obviously been massively shaken up by that elbow to the face. It was a sickening elbow, really. And, there's no place for that. I would hope that that's not what that player would regularly do, and I'm going to assume that it's not. So I'm not here to do any sort of a character assassination. But I was just thinking afterwards, like, going back on it, I wonder would Paudie, no more than Anthony Joshua after the Alexander Usyk fight, if he could go back, would he have kind of got on the soapbox for a little while? Or I wonder is Paudie today, like, thinking, do you know what? I'm glad I said it. What would you think?
I think he was fairly rattled now when he was giving the speech. And listen, Shane, I've said it to you before. I said it to anybody that talks about the media. A lot of the time, it's the best, more juiciest, most honest comment comes from a player or a manager, like just after the heat of a game has finished. And he was obviously, like, he was on the sideline, standing on the sideline along with his brother at the end of an All-Ireland final, which I can't imagine how frustrating that would have been. He almost tried not to say what he did in the speech, but he kind of couldn't help himself as well, because he thought himself anyway that he was just being honest. Now looking back at what Paudie got sent off for, like, he was far from innocent, I would say. It looked almost like a hand across the face, and nearly tried to kind of push your man's face back a small bit. That could have been maybe construed as something else, even from a referee's point of view. But yeah, listen, it's a funny one, and it'll be interesting to see. I think you couldn't actually lift a cup, having been sent off up until very, very recently when the rule was changed. Maybe we maybe never know whether Larry McCarthy called him the wrong name by mistake to try and get over some. I doubt it somehow. He also made that bit of a faux pas when he handed Declan Hannon the trophy a couple of years ago, and announced that he was from a different club. I can't remember the club off the top of my hand, but it definitely wasn't Adair anyway. But I'm going to give Paudie the benefit of the doubt, because I think he was seriously rattled, and there's a fair chance he probably has a bit of a concussion after what was just an awful, I wouldn't call it a tackle, I don't know what I call it, but it was a bit of a mad one. And it just, I kind of expected, I didn't get to see the speech live, I kind of expected when I look back on it that I would hear a bit of laughter or something from the crowd, but it was kind of like a tumbleweed kind of job, and it made it even more kind of awkward. And once he dug the hole for himself, he kind of dug it a little bit more as well. It was highly dramatic, I have to say.